Hi everyone! Today I'm going to be choosing the plants I want to put in my garden this spring. So if you and your family are going to be putting a garden in your home, then you're going to want to sit down with them and make a list of everything that everyone in your family likes to eat so that you're prepared when you go shopping. Making a shopping list like if you go to the grocery store. So I'm going to be pulling up the email that Miss Nancy sent out from Mrs. Funk. It's titled the CSMH Plant Sale. And I'm pulling that up because it has information about the plant sale on Thursday and Friday. This year it's going to be drive-through and you have to have ordered already, which is why I want to get started right away because I know she doesn't have a lot of all the types that they have available this year. So I want to get a jump start on it and make sure I get a good chance of getting the plants that I want to put in my garden this year. So I'm going to pull up the order form. And it's alphabetical, which means it starts with vegetables that are in the A, B, C range, and then it goes all the way down to Z. So I have my list titled plants, and I'm going to go down the list here to see what plants I can put on my checklist. So the first one here, the screen looks kind of weird, so I'm just going to read it to you as I go, is broccoli. Now scientists get to practice their writing too. So broccoli is Broccoli. I love broccoli, so that's definitely on my list. Brussels sprouts. I do like Brussels sprouts. I've never grown them before though. I'll put them down. Brussels, finger space, Sprouts. Not sure about that one, but maybe. Cabbage, I don't like cabbage. Cauliflower, I will put that down. Cauliflower, Cauli, flower, Flower. Kale, I love. Definitely putting kale on the list. Kohlrabi, I've never had, but I think I'm going to give that a try this year if I can, if there's any left. Kohlrabi. Bok choy, acorn squash, butternut squash. I don't think I want to do squash this year. Don't think I want to do cucumbers. I do like cucumbers. Gourd, honeydew, melon, pumpkins, watermelon, zucchini. This is making me hungry. Okay, now then the flowers. Cosmos, dahlia, mixes, sunflowers, zinnias. I think I'm just going to stick to vegetables, but I know the flowers are really popular, so you might want to go with a flower. Arugula. I'm going to add that to my list. Oh, so this is under greens. That's why I was like, arugula starts with an A, but it's under a different subheading. Arugula. Arugula. Beets. I love beets too. Beets are really good with goat cheese. Celery. I'm going to skip celery right now. Butter crunch lettuce. Butter, like butter. Crunch, Crunch, like crunch. And lettuce, Lettuce. Spinach, yes, I am going to go with spinach. Swiss chard. I didn't think I liked Swiss chard, but last year that was the only thing the bunnies didn't eat. And I only put it in because I got it for free. But I actually did like it. So it goes to show you what Mrs. Funk says. Always have a no thank you bite because you might like it. And sometimes your tastes change and something you didn't like before, you might like now. Herbs. I never have good luck with herbs. I would love to have a tea garden though. I think I'm going to skip that for now. Maybe I'll think about it some more and come back to it, but I don't think I'm going to go with that. I have a lot of lavender already. Beans, snap peas. We planted snap peas, I think. I'm going to put snap peas on the list. Snap peas, other. Now tomatillos. I've tried tomatillos before and They did okay. They didn't give me a lot of tomatillos. Should I try again? Should I try again? Maybe. Tomatillo. Tomatillos. I do want to get some bell peppers. Let's go. Bell peppers. Bell like B-E-L-L. Pepper P-E-P-P-E-R. Bell peppers. I want hot peppers. Habanero. Ooh, I don't know. Sweet Golden Star, sweet bell peppers. I'm just going to stick with one bell pepper, I think. Tomatoes. I do want tomatoes. There's all different kinds. I think I'm going to go with Marvel Stripe. Sounds fun. M-A-R-V-L. It sounds like superhero tomatoes. Marvel S-T-R-I-P-E. And then I need to put tomatoes, because if I see a sign that says Marvel Stripe, I'm not going to know that's a tomato. T-O-M-A-T-O-E-S. Okay, and maybe one more kind of tomato. Wow, she's got a lot. So that was a beefsteak tomato. Now I'm going to get a cherry tomato. Maybe the rose quartz. That sounds fancy. Rose quartz tomatoes. You can see I've got a big order. Big quartz tomatoes. Now where I used to live, I was not able to plant this much. I only had a little balcony, but I still bought a few tomato plants and some other things, because you can plant them on balconies in little pots, and there's different ways to do that. So even if you've got a little bit of space, you can still use it to grow some vegetables. Okay, I think I have finished my list here. That is a lot of things. Now, when things are growing in your garden and they're still really young, you might not know what it is. You might not be familiar with the stem or the leaf or the flower. Once you get used to planting every year, you kind of get familiar with which is which. But one thing that scientists do, and gardeners are scientists, is that they label, not just in their drawings on their work, but also in the field. So next, now that I have my list, my order form here, which I can then submit, I'm going to be making some signs, some little garden signs for labeling, so telling me which is which, because and we're going to talk about this a little bit later, we know that plants need sun and water and space and soil, but they need different amounts of sun, and they need different amounts of water, and they need different amounts of space depending on each one. So another thing that you need to think about when you're putting in a garden is how much sun an area gets, and how much space it's going to need, like when you put them next to each other. So that's going to be something to think about, and the labels help us with that. So when you start planting things, you say, okay, my tomatoes are over here and my kale's over here, so that you know how far to space them apart. So I love doing different ways of labeling every year. I've labeled my pots by painting them in the past. I've used little garden stakes, but I like to change it up every year. So I found some things that I already had at home. I had these like kebab things that fell all over the place in my drawer, so they got kind of dirty, so I can't really use them for making kebabs, but I can use them to stick into the soil with a little label up here so that I can see. So I've got those already. And then I have a bunch of these corks already at home, and maybe your parents have a lot of these corks at home too, but they're going to be perfect for labeling on the side there, and then sticking in my skewer, or I guess I could have gone the other way. Either way. And then I can put it in the ground, and it'll say, like for example, I gotta have a Sharpie because I think the Sharpie's gonna work really well. So broccoli was on the top of my list. There's a lot of writing to do today. These corks have a lot of writing on them. It's gonna be better to find kind of plain ones. B-R-O-C-C-O-L. I think I need a new Sharpie too. But now I've got, it says broccoli You can see it like that. So I can stick it in the ground, and I can even make a couple of them to put them if I have a lot of broccoli or a lot of kale or something. Then I can just stick them in. And you could even paint these. You could use markers or Sharpies. You can be a scientist and see what works best with your materials. So I am not going to have you watch me make all of these, but I'm going to put another link that has all different kinds of ways to label your garden, and hopefully you get a chance to go open up that email and take a look at the list of plants that Mrs. Funk is selling this year, and get your order form. If you don't do it through her, you can still make a list of the plants that you want in your garden. And I'll put up another drawing thing. If you're not able to garden this year, there's some really fun garden drawings to do, and you can make your own drawing in your bedroom, and you can make your own labels. So have fun with it, gardeners. See you later.